Hello. How is everyone doing? Happy Sunday, fun day, right? Here we are. This is day 14 of the 30-day challenge, and I will be wearing my 20-pound weighted vest like I will be for all of these challenges. So how is everyone doing today? I know some of you have been with me from the very beginning. That is awesome. Some of you are just coming across my YouTube channel. That's great too. So yeah, everyone is welcome here. Everyone. Now, I always like to mention this in all of my videos for this challenge. You do not have to wear a weighted vest to join me on this challenge. This is for everybody. And actually, if you were just now starting to get active and, maybe like couch to 5K sort of thing, I would recommend that you get your joints ready to wear a weighted vest. So what does that mean? That means start walking without the weighted vest, right? We don't need the added weight of a weighted vest. Hello, thank you for joining me. How are you today? So, yeah, if you are just starting your exercise routine, I recommend do not wear a weighted vest. Leave the weighted vest for once you are walking and it feels a little easy, right? And then that's one way you could scaffold the workout and get more out of it. So if you're just starting your exercise routine, you're just starting to get active, let's not wear the vest. Now, if you walk daily, you're active, go ahead and try the weighted vest. You don't have to get a 20-pound weighted vest. You can get whichever weighted vest you prefer. They make them. You can get a 10-pound, 5-pound. They even have a 50-pound. This is a 20-pound weighted vest. So this is what I felt would work best for me. So how are you doing today? Happy Sunday. Is everyone ready for Monday or not yet? So yeah, we're like wrapping up our weekend. Yeah, and we're doing it together. So thank you. Thank you for joining me. So if you do not have a weighted vest and you're interested in looking, I did tag, if you look at the little shopping bag, I tagged a weighted vest. You can go ahead and check it out there. Or I even put a link in the description for Amazon for those people who prefer to order on Amazon Prime, right? So either one. Now this weighted vest is like made with, it feels like a sand. So the only bad thing about it is I can't really adjust the weight. I guess I can add a couple pounds by throwing some wrist weights on it, but I can't deduct any of the 20 pounds, which is fine for me. Now, they do make weighted vests that they come with like little inserts that you can either take in or pull out, given on how much weight you want to walk with that day. So whatever weighted vest suits you, that's perfect. Go with it, right? We are all at our own fitness level, so it's going to be different for us. So tell me, what is everyone up to today? It is hot here. It is only 10 o'clock Mountain Time, but it's already almost 90 degrees. So the sun is going to be blasting here all day. So I have my sunblock on. I've got sunblock on my face. I have my hat on, right? Try to keep me, protect the skin a little bit. So, if you are new to my channel, this is day 14 of a 30-day challenge of me walking, getting active with you, taking a little me time with my weighted vest. Just trying to connect with my community. When I just edit videos and post them on the channel, I don't really get to know the community. So one thing that I've really enjoyed about this live stream challenge is I really get to feel like I know you guys. I'm starting to see the familiar faces from people discussing stuff in the chats. I love it. So although I've never met any of you in real life, I really do feel like I'm getting to know you. And that is amazing. So thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to be here with you. So I hope everyone is having a wonderful Sunday. Hi. How are you today? So anyone have any big plans for today? I know some people are just getting ready to start their week. So I know some people meal prep or whatever. I don't do that. I wish I did that actually, but then when it comes down to meal prepping, I'm like, yeah, that kind of seems like a lot of work. So for me, meal prepping just isn't a thing, but I know I have friends who do it, and it seems to make their week go by really smoothly, but then their whole Sunday is dedicated to meal prepping and cooking. So it's like, wow, so you're making your work week easier, but you're kind of taking away your Sunday. I don't know. I don't enjoy cooking that much. I wish I did, right? Does anyone enjoy cooking? Go ahead and throw it in the chat. So yeah, like I said, this is day 14 of a 30-day challenge where I will be here with you wearing my weighted vest, walking, getting active, building more functional strength, right? These weighted vests are like the biggest craze right now in fitness. All the health gurus and personal trainers, they're all saying, like, especially people, beyond like 35, 40, you really need to wear a weighted vest. It helps build this core strength. It also increases your metabolic rate, which is going to help you burn more calories. So, so this is the weighted vest. I'm wearing 20 pounds. You definitely do not have to wear a 20-pound weighted vest. They make like 5, 10 pounds. For me, I got 20 because I thought 20 would be sustainable. If I got a 5 or 10 pounder, it wouldn't feel like that hard of work because I already exercise a lot. But yeah, people run in these. You can do leg exercises. So like squats, everything in these. Lunges. People are doing burpees, push-ups. Yeah, so again, I did put a link in the description if you would like to purchase this on Amazon. I also tagged a product on YouTube. It's a little shopping bag if you're curious to kind of find out a little more on these weighted vests. So yeah, one thing I have noticed, so I've been walking in this for 14 days. And what I have noticed is my posture is improving. And I've also noticed that my time is decreasing on my runs. Not huge, but I've knocked off like 2 minutes. So, could it be that I'm acclimating to the altitude being at 7,000 feet altitude? Yeah, it definitely could, but I've been here for 2 months, right? So that probably would have happened a little bit earlier. However, I do feel like the strength in my legs is improving and like the functional endurance and all that. And I think that's why I'm able to shorten the time on my runs, right? So I'm doing my runs faster. So yeah, does anyone have experience with the weighted vest? Because I know it's new to me. I bought this weighted vest specifically to do this challenge with you guys, right? And just to kind of log and see, like, what is all this about? What is all the craze about this weighted vest? And from what I see, like, it's all good stuff. By the way, can everyone hear me? I know sometimes we don't know, right? Because as I'm live streaming, I don't know if my audio isn't working unless you guys tell me. If no one tells me, I won't know until I'm finished with the live stream, and then I'm able to go back and watch it. So please, if my audio ever stops working, just kind of throw it in the chat, because there's a few, I can just try to reconnect it through Bluetooth, and that usually fixes the problem. So if you can hear me, give me a thumbs up or throw it in the chat or whatever. I would love to know that you guys can hear me today. So if anyone doesn't want to be shy, go ahead and tell me, like, where you're at right now. I am in Colorado, and it is almost 90 degrees already. It's going to be super hot today. So I would love to hear about where you're at and what the weather is like. Do you have any plans for this Sunday? So I always like to mention a little fun stuff that's in the news, right? So did anyone hear about the cat burglar? There's a cat, I kid you not, a kitty cat, a real live kitty cat, not a person named Kitty, who in New Zealand steals panties. Again, I can't even make this up. Cannot even make this up. Has anyone heard about the cat burglar in New Zealand? The panty thief? If so, throw it in the chat or give me a thumbs up or something. Yeah, so if any of you go in your underwear drawer, and if you're missing any of your panties, or, it was probably the cat burglar. That is just, when I read that, I'm like, oh my goodness, what? Like, some stuff you can't even make up, and that's definitely one of them. So hi everyone, thank you for joining. My name is Andrea. Welcome to the channel, and this is day 14 of a 30-day challenge. And I was just telling a story of something funny that was in the news about a cat burglar, like a real cat. In New Zealand, this cat actually steals panties. And if you don't believe me, go ahead and do a Google search. That is real news. So, yeah. I mean, I've heard of, people in your house, maintenance people or whatever doing that, but never a cat. So that's hilarious. But yeah, a little light news for this Sunday, right? The sun is shining. It's a beautiful day, right? And you know the old saying, if you woke up today, it's going to be a good day, because not everyone can say that, right? Sometimes we have to be grateful for the stuff that's right in front of us, not for the stuff that we don't have yet, right? So the ability to wake up every day, that's a beautiful thing. Good morning, Miami. How are you this morning? Did you hear the news on the cat burglar? I don't know how long you've been on. Like, I don't know if you just logged on. I was talking about, like, funny stuff in the news, and actually in New Zealand, there was a real kitty cat who you didn't hear about it? Okay, great. So here's the story. And you can Google this. Like I said, this is real. I can't even make this up. There was a cat in New Zealand who was a panty thief. Like I said, it wasn't a person dressed in a kitty cat costume. It was a real cat. And yeah, this cat would break into panty drawers and steal panties. So yeah. So if you hear any of your friends say that they're missing their underwear, you know where to tell them to go. They can look up the New Zealand kitty cat panty thief. It's true. So, like I said, some stuff is, like stranger than fiction, right? Some stuff you just can't even make up. Turn around to I was starting to drop down on service. So, yeah, say on Miami, hey, park and sip. Yes, okay, all right, park and sip, yeah. So no, I said this was like funny. I like this, to lighten the day, any sort of funny news, right? So in New Zealand, there is a cat, not a person dressed as a cat, but an actual cat who breaks into panty drawers and steals panties. And this is in New Zealand. Like I said, I can't even make it up. So go ahead and fact check it. It's a kitty cat in New Zealand who's a panty thief. Yeah, so that's what you missed. How is the van tour going? Park and sip? I know, right? When I read that, I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. No, it's real. It is real. And it wasn't news on the Onion, which, by the way, the Onion is fake news, but it's just funny. No, this was real news. The kitty cat panty thief is real news. All right, hold on. Let me go in the shade so I can read this. What? Oh my goodness. So Miami said that when he was in college, there was a group of guys who did panty raids, and they would go around the female dorms and run into... No way. Oh my, yeah, that would never happen today. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no. So about what year was that, Miami? So park and sip. Awesome. Your IG. Hey, park and sip, can you share your IG with us? Because I don't think I know it. We're not following each other on IG. So everyone, park and sip. He's also a YouTuber just like me, and he has been at the Vans Warped Tour in Southern California all weekend, and he's going to be posting fun content of the concert. So if that's your thing, check him out. His channel is awesome. 1988. Wow. Yeah. I was young in 1988. We won't talk about that, though. We love you, Miami. I'm not trying to make you feel old or anything. So, what college was that? You don't have to say if you don't feel comfortable, but that's okay. Wasn't there, I feel like back in 88, okay, so I am a typical female, right? I enjoy murder mysteries. Snapped, you name it, right? All females, okay, every female that I know, we all love like the true mysteries, the murder mystery, right? So I feel like all of the serial killers were like in the 70s and 80s. Like, what happened there? What was going on in the 70s and 80s that we had so many serial killers? Oh my goodness. I could be off on the dates again but yeah. I don't know. Do any guys like the true crime, like the murder mystery type shows, but the true ones, not the fictional, unsolved mysteries and such? Snapped. What are some other ones? Like on the A&E channel. I don't know. There's just something about popping that on. And I'm always like, right? Like, really? Did they think they weren't going to get caught? Especially like the Snapped for, that's the one where It's usually, I think, the wife murders the husband, or she has a murder, whatever, right? I'm always like, okay, really? Did you not think you were going to get caught? Like, oh my gosh. So I don't know if I watch it for that. Like, really? You know, and I kind of see how everything plays out. And it's like, wow. Like, these people, I think they either don't think about it, or they think that they're smarter than the system. But I'm like, come on, man. Everyone gets caught, you know? Oh, I mean, I guess Biggie Smalls, right? Um, Big Papa, whatever you call him. I don't think we've found his killer, right? I kind of thought that that would come out in the P. Diddy trial, but there's been nothing. I believe someone who was in prison said that they killed Tupac. Who knows if that's true or not? But I believe that case is closed. We still have no info on the Puff Daddy case, which is crazy. Wasn't that like 20 years ago or something? Yes, yes. What? No way. No, So Miami said that, okay, all right, just for the record, not every female that watches murder mystery has the intent to do it to, oh, we just like it. I don't know. I can't explain it why women just like murder mysteries. But yeah, no, I don't believe your ex-girlfriend, Miami. You're not doing that in your sleep. I don't know. Maybe she needs to go get a sleep study. You know, she might got something else going on in her sleep. I don't know. Exactly. Yes, Parkinsip. Yes. Miami, we can see why she's an ex-girlfriend. Yeah, you don't need that type of person in your life for sure. Oh my goodness. And then she's going to have the audacity to like blame it on watching murder mystery documentaries. I don't believe it. I don't buy it. Oh, well, hey, who else? Who is that? Oh gosh, who was that serial killer? The same thing. He was gorgeous. He was very charming. Actually, while he was in jail, he was like married. Not Dahmer. Who was the other guy? Um, Maybe he was a cannibal. Gosh, why? It's not Dahmer. Who was the other? You know, he was educated, very good looking. Well, I mean, I don't know. Everyone said he was so good looking, right? What was his name? Oh gosh, why is my mind drawing a blank? Here, I need a call from the audience. Who was the other serial killer? Not Dahmer, so not Jeffrey Dahmer, but the other one. I can see his face. That's so crazy. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I gotcha. Anyhow, yeah. So, you kind of have to be charming, right? Especially, if you want to do bad things to people, right? You have to be a good people person, because if someone meets you and they're like, oh, that person's a little off, they're not going to trust you, right? So I think that's the thing with these serial killers and such. They have to be charming, right? Because that's usually how it goes. So either that, or they're picking up street girls or whatnot. So yeah, good times. But how's everyone doing on Sunday? I know a bunch of people just popped on. You guys are probably like, wait, what are you guys talking about? Well, we started talking about a cat in New Zealand who got caught stealing panties. So there's like this panty thief who is actually a feline cat, right? Not a person dressed as a cat. But, and this is a true story. This was in news, and I always like to post a little funny news just to kind of, make people laugh. So yeah, there's a panty thief in New Zealand who is actually a feline. So I don't know what type of jail time that cat's gonna get, but so one thing led to another. We were talking about the panty thief, And then it kind of went to murder mystery, and yeah. So, welcome to the channel. How is everyone doing today? I am Andrea, and I am walking with a 20-pound weighted vest. This is day 14 of my 30-day challenge. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. And whenever I go live, you'll be notified and you can join me. So I am so happy to have you guys here. I know, Miami. I'm too loyal too. Yep. Miami, did you go to the pool yesterday? I know you said you were going to hit the pool. So it is probably about 90 degrees now. When I first started this walk about 25 minutes ago, it was already like 89 degrees. So it has to well be in the 90s. Woo! At least there's like a little bit of a breeze, so it doesn't feel too bad. But what's the weather where everyone's at? Is everyone enjoying a beautiful summer day? Oh, yes! Miami, yes, I remember that. What in the world? And I want to say, was the girlfriend or the side piece or whatever you call her, wasn't she like a professional triathlete or something? Or am I thinking about the right person? Do you remember? That was like, wow, several years ago. Miami, am I thinking about the right person? With the guy, he was like married to the astronaut, and then his side piece was like a professional triathlete. You know, when I first saw the astronaut thing come across, for some reason my mind went to astronomer. I'm sure everyone has saw the memes on social media, right, about the astronomer CEO. Oh, yes. Yeah, so I think she was a professional triathlete. So the reason why that resonated with me is because I'm a triathlete too. So, you know, I've done Ironman sanctioned events, and yeah, I'm too busy being a mom now to train for a full distance Ironman. But prior to having a kid and a husband, that's what I did. I would train, I would work out, I would, you know, do races, and yeah. Oh boy. So it did, right? Has everyone heard about the whole astronomer thing with the Coldplay concert? If the name doesn't ring a bell, I'm sure everyone heard what happened at the Coldplay concert. So I just saw yesterday that I guess that who was the old CEO of Astronomer, he's suing Coldplay. It's like, it's not like Coldplay knew that he was there with his side piece, right? He was just literally trying to be funny, you know, and then, yeah. So yeah, that CEO is suing. I know, right? I mean, the sad part is, and this is even in the what I read, the sad thing is, both of the lawyers are going to get paid, right? Coldplay will probably just give up some cash just because. But really, who thinks it was like Coldplay's fault that he ruined his career? You know, that he got fired? Like, so I'm not trying to push anyone anyway. I just want to know, like, so throw it in the chat. Oh, thank you. Was it? Oh, thank you, Supervillain. Oh, thank you so much. Welcome to the channel. So what we're talking about is that astronomer CEO. So he is suing Coldplay for losing his, you know, career, right? But who thinks that it was really Coldplay's fault? Go ahead and throw it in the chat. Who thinks it was Coldplay's fault that he got fired? Now, granted, so he was there with his side piece, right? And who happened to be his HR director. And then Coldplay just flat, the kiss cam got flat. That happens at concerts, sporting events, right? Like, that happens. So if him and his HR director weren't all shady about it and duck and run, no one would have ever known. No one would have ever known. But it was the fact that they acted so shady, right? And then the lead singer of Coldplay was like, oh, either you guys are having an affair or running from the law or something, right? And he was just trying to be funny, but he actually nailed it, right? So that was I don't know. Okay, so Miami. Okay, it's not Coldplay's fault. Yeah. I don't know. I guess now, I guess Coldplay did do an announcement that they're going to have sections that will be non-cam for people who want to bring their side piece. Maybe that's what he was looking for. I don't know. But when I saw that, right, the first thought that popped to mind was karma. I'm like, holy cow, this is karma in its raw form. You can't just go around doing bad things to people, cheating, lying, you know what I mean? And then not expect to get busted, right? Like, you just can't expect that. So yeah. So I don't think it's Coldplay's fault either. Like, it was a crappy thing that he did. Like, you know what I don't get? Like, if you're unhappy in your marriage, just get a divorce. Let me turn around okay. Right? Just get a divorce. Like, I don't get it. I mean, it's easy. Hey, thank you. Sorry, it's really bright. I'm trying to see. There's a bunch of chats. Let's see. Hi, Fernando. Welcome to the channel. I hope you're having a great day too. Exactly, Miami. Yes, I agree with you. Yep. Yes. Yeah, so, like I said, karma in its most raw form. If you lie and cheat, eventually it's going to catch up to you, right? You may have been fortunate to not get busted a couple times or what have you, but eventually, karma will, right? That's how it works. So that's the main reason why I try to live my life as pure as possible. Like, I don't go around doing bad things to people, lying, cheating. Like, that's not my style, because I'm a huge believer in karma. So if anything, I'm like, oh gosh, I don't want something bad to happen to me. So I just live my life as if karma is a real thing, because I really do honestly believe that when you do bad things happen to you, right? But if you're always living your life, a pure life, and you try to do good for people, even when people don't know it, right? You just try to do the best for people. And then you don't have to worry about bad things happening to you because you've done stuff that's bad, right? You can sleep better at night. Okay, perfect example. Okay, I might drive a little fast, right? I have a Tesla. It goes really fast because I got the performance model. So whenever I see a police officer, I'm literally hitting my brakes. And I'll look down and I'm not even speeding sometimes. You know what I mean? But it's like that thought of guilty conscience, right? Like, I know, there's like, It's almost like the feeling of a speed limit is just a suggestion, right? Does anyone else think a speed limit is just like a suggested speed? Let's see. Hi, soft boy, how are you? All right, park and sip. What's your idea on a speed limit? Is it like a recommendation? I'm having a great day. Thank you for asking and thank you for being here. So my name is Andrea and this is day 13 of a 30-day challenge. If you are new to the channel, welcome, welcome. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And then whenever I go live, you'll be notified so you can pop on with me. I would love to have you here with me, getting active, right? Getting in shape, just getting stronger. So, good. Exactly, park and sip. Yeah, my kind of guy. Yeah. So okay, because of the fact that, you know, I kind of go at a speed that feels comfortable, right? And so whenever I see a cop, I'm in my mind, okay, guilty conscience. I'm hitting my brakes, and then sometimes I'll look down, and I'm like, oh, I'm like not even doing the speed limit as it is. Like, I'm like 10 below or whatever, right? But that's a guilty conscience. So, yeah. And I feel like people do that throughout their life. You know, if you lie and cheat, like I might, you know, speed, you know. I go with the flow of traffic. How about that? So, you know, so it has that, you know, top down cruising. Okay, I like it, Chad. Exactly. No, Fernando. Yeah, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Yeah. No, I know that there's a lot of science behind it, and it's like given, you know, the environment that you're in, how long it would take your car to stop, all that. Pedestrians being in the area too, that all contributes to the speed limit. So I'm just joking, but no, but my so my whole, what I'm trying to get to here is just that, you know, me seeing a police officer and immediately having a guilty conscience to slam on, you know, hit my brakes. And in fact, I wasn't even speeding, but I have that guilty conscience of, oh my gosh, I'm probably speeding, right? So, you know, people that, you know, lie, cheat, you know, all that stuff, that has to affect your conscience. Like, it has to. It just has to. I know I'm not the only one that, you know, sees a police officer like, oh crap, I better slow down, even if I'm not even speeding, right? But I just kind of assume I am, because you never know. Yeah. But that's all in the guilty conscience, right? So, let's see here. Hold on, it's really bright. I'm trying to see what's in the chats, but let's see here. Yeah, exactly. Yep. That's usually what I do, is just go with the flow of traffic, right? I'm not one of the crazy people cutting people off. You know what I mean? I actually tend to, when I see someone driving like that, I just slow down because I don't want to be anywhere near them, because that just looks like an accident waiting to happen. Yeah, but I just go with the flow of traffic. So, yeah. So anyone have anything fun planned for today? On this beautiful Sunday? I would love to hear about it. You're on your way to Vegas. All right. Reading comics. Okay. What's your favorite comic? Vegas, baby. Exactly. I used to live in Las Vegas. I love it. Love Las Vegas. And there's a ton to do off the strip too. That's what a lot of people don't, like people who just kind of go there on vacation but haven't lived there. They don't really know, but there's a ton to do both on and off the strip that even have nothing to do with gambling. But I will tell you, I have to say, during the summer, I absolutely love the pool parties. I mean, I love it. You're in the water, you've got the sun, right? You have like DJ spinning. Oh my goodness, the vibe is just out of this world. Anyone else like the Vegas pool parties? Mostly Walking Dead DC. Oh, that's your, oh, okay. So is that kind of like the Walking Dead TV series? I'm kind of new to that. All right, park and sip, have fun today. Hey, did you throw it in the chat, your Instagram? Again, Park and Sip is going to be at the Vans Warped Tour. He's there this whole weekend down in Southern California. Have fun. You're not a partier? No. Okay, so I don't even drink, but I love music. I love dancing. And yeah, I'm a non-drinker. So I go to those pool parties and I'm drinking water, you know, but I still love it. The vibe of it, just being in the sun, right? In the pool, dancing. I don't know. I love it. I love, love, love. Okay, so maybe the show came first. I don't know. When did the show start? No, maybe it was the comic that came first. I'm trying to remember when Walking Dead aired. Yeah. So, you know what? Okay, so Chad Coffee. Okay, so coffee is my vice, right? I love coffee, so I love your name, Chad. Actually, in the morning, I drink, it's called protein coffee. If you haven't tried it, try it. You can mix a little bit of water or milk or almond milk or whatever with protein powder, whatever's your favorite protein powder, and then add coffee to it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's my thing right now. I'm absolutely addicted to protein coffee. It is so good. And it's like adding protein to your coffee really gives you sustained energy. So it's awesome. Yes, Fremont. We were just talking about Fremont Street in my live stream. When was that, Miami? I think it was like maybe Thursday or Friday. I think it was Friday on the live stream. We were talking about Fremont Street. So that's old Las Vegas. So if anyone is going to Las Vegas, an insider tip from living in Las Vegas, you have to go to old Las Vegas, which is Fremont Street, because the slot machines are looser. You know, they've got to pull people off the main strip, right? So they're a little bit looser with everything. People usually win more money in old Las Vegas, which is Fremont Street. Yeah, so definitely go to Fremont Street. Yeah, so anyhow, going back to why I don't drink. I did drink back in my college days. You know, I mean, you know, life of the party, whatnot. Yeah, no, I used to drink. But now, like, I haven't drank since, like, my 20s. Like, my early, mid-20s, maybe. I don't even like the way it tastes, and I don't like the way I feel. I don't know. And alcohol, you know, I don't know. And it's like I can go out to a nightclub and dance, and you know what I mean? And I don't need alcohol, so I don't really feel like I'm missing out by not drinking. But trust me, I did enough drinking in my college days. So, I don't know. Yeah. So anyone else? You're having, wait, oh, you hate drinking now. Yeah, was it the same thing? Maybe you overutilized, right, in college? Those dang on college parties, right? Here, let me see. It's really bright. I'm trying to read these. Yeah, okay. Miami, are you still with us? Yes, yes. I don't know if he's still with us. So yeah, Miami's been here on this. So this is day 14 of a 30-day challenge where I'm wearing a 20-pound weighted vest and I'm walking with you guys. And we're here getting active together. Wait, what happened? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Coffee. Aww. Yeah, you see what I mean? You know what's really awesome though is there are bars now that just sell mocktails, and I've even seen restaurants that only serve mocktails. So it's really awesome, for especially for people who, right, who might have alcoholism and maybe it's hard for them not to drink. For me, it's just a no-brainer. Like someone might be like, oh, this beer is so good, right? Here, try it. And I'll be like, okay. And I'll try it and I'm like, it just tastes like beer. And honestly, whenever I smell beer, it could be any beer, it reminds me of my college days the day after a party. Do you guys remember what that smells like? Oh my goodness. The day after a party and all you can smell is like stale beer. So for whatever reason, whenever I smell a beer, it could even be a craft beer, cheap beer. I smell it and I smell that distinct smell of the day after a college party. So let's see, I feel like I've lost, let's see. Oh, thank you. Oh, you gotta go? Okay. All right, Fernando. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, I'll be here for my challenge. No, I know. I need to get like a little cup holder or something for my water. Oh. Oh. All right, Fernando. Coffee says bye. Yeah, I am so sorry about that. Yeah, so that's why now, I think it's so awesome that all of these places are catering to, people who are living a sober life, because then it doesn't make it, it's, if you go like somewhere and they're not serving alcohol, then you're not going to feel pressured, right? So for those people, like you had just mentioned your brother, for those people who are really trying hard to live a sober life, places like that are great for them, because they can go there and they don't have to feel pressured like, oh my gosh, there's alcohol here. I really want to drink, but I know I can't, right? If it's not there, then it's a given. You don't even have to think about it. So I'm so sorry to hear about your brother, though. Yeah. And, they say, like, with addiction, it kind of runs in your family. So I think it's wise, given what happened to your brother, that you kind of just, like, you know what? I don't really need it. That's awesome that you're taking the initiative. I love it. Hold on. Let me go in the shade. Let's see. I think I missed some chats here. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah. Oh, so sorry about that. That's what they all say. Yes. Coffee, that's what they all say. Yep. So how long ago was this? Oh my goodness. Oh. Yeah. Aw. See, I love the support that you guys are giving each other. Oh my goodness, I absolutely love this. And this is why I love live streaming. I really feel like I get to know you guys. And look at how awesome you guys are giving each other support. You know what I mean? Way to go. You guys are so awesome. Before when I just used to, whenever I edit videos and post videos, I'm kind of just throwing it out there to cyber world, right? I never know, I don't get to know the community. However, with these live streams, I really feel like I get to know you guys. I get to know your families, everything. You tell stories. I love it. You're here to support each other like you guys are doing right now in the chats. Like, I absolutely love that. You guys are awesome. Yeah, I'll still keep, continuing to throw, edited videos, like content on the channel. But I really do love these live streams. And the live stream is, still new for me. So this is day 14 of a 30-day challenge. But before that, I did like one live stream of like a campground that I was at. But it was kind of just doing a tour. So yeah, I'm going to continue to do these live streams just because I feel like I get to know this community. And I love that. Let's see here. So I see more stuff in the chat, but it's so bright. God love the iPhone. Here, I'm going to walk over to some shade. God love the iPhone. But let me tell you, when you've got the sun blasting, it is literally so hard to see the screen, right? I don't know if there's a cover that I can put on that or something that'll maybe cut out the glare. If anyone knows, go ahead and let me know, because that would be really helpful for doing these live chats outside. So let me go to the shade here and see if I can read what you guys are posting. Give me a second. Okay, so oh, absolutely, absolutely. Oh, I'm so sorry, Coffee. And Harry, you got it. That's what we're here for, right? Yeah, the 20-pound weighted vest. Hey, let me tell you what. I'm really enjoying this 20-pound weighted vest. It's really increasing my speed while running. So I'm a runner, and I've already like knocked off 2 minutes, and this is only day 14. So I can't say it's fully the weighted vest, but it's like, okay, well, since I've been wearing this weighted vest, my time has been about the same, roughly, right? But since I've been wearing this weighted vest, now I've shaved off 2 minutes, which might not seem like a lot, but let's face it, I'm not a professional athlete. I'm just a weekend warrior. I just love staying active, right? I love doing races. So for the fact that I've kept the same pace and stuff for years, and now all of a sudden I'm knocking 2 minutes off my time, I kind of think it's the best, because it's increasing my workload. Now, granted, I'm not running with the vest, but just doing these walks with the vest. Now, once this feels too easy, I might start running with the vest. But for now, I'm okay walking with the vest and then running without it. So, let's see. A SWAT team member. It kind of looks like it, right? Oh my goodness. Show up to your house with a SWAT, right? Oh my goodness. Has anyone ever seen SWAT roll in? Wait a minute. Has anyone seen the viral video of SWAT being at an apartment complex and the Amazon driver walking through? Right? They're like, no. He walked through, he dropped his package, took a picture of it, and walked away like a boss. Right? Has anyone seen that viral video? Oh my God. If not, it's hilarious. And I'm like, here's why our packages always get here on time. Because you have dedicated Amazon drivers. Like, yes, SWAT, you're going to have to wait a minute. I'm with Amazon, right? Oh my goodness. So if you haven't seen that viral video, look for it. It's the Amazon driver who walked through. I don't even think the SWAT, they weren't even going in yet. They were like, you know how when SWAT rolls in, they kind of come in and they like, everyone gets in their place. Well, that's what they were doing. And one lady was on her balcony watching the SWAT, filming it, and then she's like, oh, here comes Amazon. Like, you know, anyhow, look it up. Okay, so let's see what else is in the chat. You lost a bet at work? Oh my gosh. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Thank you for clarifying. Okay, so we have, so Harry, what is your normal or your typical screen name if it's not Harry? That is so funny. Do you mind if I talk about this in my other live streams? Because that's really hilarious. I wonder who else has had to do that. Like lost a bet and had to change their screen name to something ridiculous so it'd be embarrassing. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I know, right? He's like, hey, you guys might be trying, to bust, I don't know, a drug dealer or who knows. What happens when SWAT rolls in? All I know is it's probably something serious if you have SWAT rolling in, right? And then here comes the Amazon driver, like, yeah, I'm sorry, I got a package to deliver, Oh my God, he wasn't even fazed. He was like, and actually he dropped the package and took a picture from up high. I was like, all right. Oh my goodness. Yes, they totally should. Yes. Yes. I know. Yeah, Amazon, yeah, their marketing team needs to get a hold of that guy. I feel like that guy needs a raise. You know what I mean? Because that just shows the dedication that the Amazon drivers have, right? So yeah, hopefully he got a raise or something. Amazon's marketing team should definitely like reach out to him. Do we have any big like football fans? Doesn't football usually start like in August, like preseason, right? I don't know, I guess the commercial reminded me of Super Bowl. So, yeah. Oh no, someone put, yeah, exactly, coffee. Yeah, Super Bowl commercial. Right, the Super Bowl commercials are the best. But what's interesting about it is, these companies spend a ton of money on these Super Bowl commercials. And you just see it that one day, you never see it again unless it's on the internet. Like, I don't get that. Like, and they're like the best commercials ever. And then they're aired just that one day, right, for that one Super Bowl, and then that's it. They're gone. I wonder what's the deal with that. Does anyone know? Oh my God. I bet your neighbors were outside acting like they were busy. Like, I think one time I saw, I don't know, maybe it was a TikTok or something, where it was like, when you're trying to act busy, when the police are at your neighbor's house and you're trying to act busy, and there was a guy in his yard vacuuming the grass. Your neighbors were probably doing that. They were probably out there acting like they were, I don't know. I mean, probably not vacuuming the grass, but they were probably sweeping the porch or something. Something that didn't look as ridiculous, right? People can't help it, right? You're like, oh, what's going on over there? The police are at so-and-so's house, or the ambulance, right? Or fire department, or what's going on there, right? Oh, thank you, MB. Yeah, exactly. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I feel like everyone's neighbors are a little nosy, right? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, but are they rude, right? So, um, I don't know. I feel like I've got really good neighbors, but that hasn't always been the case, right? Some neighbors are, yeah, not that great. So, I guess it depends if they're nosy in a good way versus if they're just nosy and in your business and talking behind your back or whatever, then that's not good. But if your neighbors are nosy because they're concerned about you, then I guess that's a little bit different. So wait, so Harry, did I miss it? I know it's so bright out here. What is your original screen name? I know you said you lost a bet, so you had to change your screen name. So what is your original screen name? And that is hilarious. Wait, what was the bet on? Or do we want to know? Right? So, Miami, are you still with us? I feel like someone was giving you a shout out, but I feel like maybe you got disconnected because you normally sign off before you leave. So maybe Miami. Okay, hold on. I'm seeing stuff. Let me get to the shade here because I'm seeing chats come through, but it's so bright I can't read it. Hold on. Let's see here. Oh, his original salty cracker? Do we even want to know what the bet was that you lost, that you had to use this funny screen name? Hi, Paul from Dublin. How are you? I know, Miami's awesome. Yeah, I know on Friday he was having some internet issues, so we had to kind of reboot his system. The same thing might have happened today because he normally signs off. So, and he didn't today unless I missed it, which is possible because it's really bright out. So I'm not able to read everything that goes through unless I'm in the shade. So, yeah. The temperature. So, I've been on this walk for just over an hour now. When I started the walk, it was 89 degrees. Oh, actually, wait, let me look on my watch. Hey, and it's 11:11 here in Mountain Time. So if you know, you know. So wait, let me give a minute so I can throw my stuff in the universe, right? Okay, good. Does anyone else go for the 11:11? Does anyone know about that? Let's see here. Let me see what the temperature is here. Well, it's giving me the date. Let's see. Okay. Okay, that's no way because when I arrived here an hour ago, my car thermometer said it was 89 degrees and my watch right now is saying 86. So, I don't know. I believe my car though because, the temperature, your car is going to read whatever it is right at that time, right? My watch could be pulling up from a large area. So, what? Oh, I know. So yeah, so it's anyone in Mountain Time. Yep. Got you. Yeah. Yeah, I'm 2 hours behind everyone in East Coast time. Yeah. But no, I was just kind of saying, does anyone else do the 11:11? this has been something I feel like I've done since high school, right? When I started noticing that frequently I would look at the time and it would be 11:11. So then whenever 11:11 came, I have my stuff that I just throw in the universe, right? So, it can be whatever you want. Yep. There's no true significance to 11:11. So what I've heard about that is some people have an 11:11, but there are some people who they might check the time and it's always a certain time, but it's not 11:11. So whatever, pulls you, right? And it can be different for all of us. So this would be a question for Ava. And if you don't know her channel, I put a link in the description. She's like a true medium. Actually, I think she's a physician by trade, but she noticed at the age of like 3 and 4 that she can kind of communicate with people from the past. So I need to ask her about that because she's really into all of that type of stuff. So she goes live too. Again, her name is Ava. Her link is in the description, so check her out. She's got her voice is so soothing. So if I'm ever having like a super stressful moment or day, I'm like, let me see what Ava's up to. And for some reason, her voice is so low and so calm, and she's so centered, and it just instantly relaxes me, almost like meditation. It's crazy. So yeah. No, time. Yeah, I guess in November there's an 11:11, right? But yeah, I'm just talking about time. So since college, high school, I've noticed that frequently I would just look at the time randomly and it would be 11:11. Now this could either be AM or PM, right? Because I'm in America, we're on a different system. We're not on the 24-hour, right? I guess some people are. But even though I'm in healthcare, I still keep my watch just at standard American time. So yeah, so 11:11. This could either be AM or PM. And so I just have, whenever I see that, that is my reminder to kind of center myself and throw some stuff in the universe, right? Yeah, that's just what I do. Hey, we all do different stuff. So, oh, good. Yes, people do the same thing with shooting stars. Absolutely. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Coffee. No, okay, so no. No. I wasn't a smoker. No, I said when I first moved to Colorado. So I moved to Colorado from California, which I was at pretty much, sea level, right? The Bay Area, California. When I moved to Colorado 2 months ago, I went from sea level to 7,000 feet altitude. So you've probably caught one of my stories. So when I moved to Colorado and I started running, especially that first run at 7,000 feet altitude, which I did a day or two after I arrived in Colorado, I was huffing and puffing like a 4-pack a day smoker. I had to stop and walk. I was wheezing. It was the craziest thing I've ever experienced because I'm active, right? But I was always active at sea level. So you get to 7,000 feet altitude, and let me tell you what, that oxygen isn't attaching to your red blood cells like it used to, if you know what I mean. So yeah, but no, back in my college days, oh yeah, I would drink, go to parties, nightclubs, spring break, right? Used to spend my spring breaks down in Miami, South Beach, and Fort Lauderdale. Yeah, Good times. But, I always say, like, I had a lot of fun, in my younger days, college days and such, that now I'm like, yeah, been there, done that. Now I'm just, I know, don't get me wrong, I still enjoy going out dancing. I love to dance. I love music. Love it. And I just don't drink. But just because I don't drink, I'll be the first one on the dance floor, and I'll be the last one on the dance floor without alcohol. I love it so much. Like, music is my vibe. I don't know, it just hits me, and I love it. So, yeah, no alcohol needed. I literally do it sober. So, yeah. And in my younger days, I could do that too. It's just, I don't know, I maybe got caught up in the college life, like the rest of people in college, right? So, but thank you, Coffee. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I know. I was thinking the same thing. Coffee, I was thinking the same thing, but then I saw yours. I'm like, oh. So, anyone else enjoy going out dancing? I used to take like dance lessons, like even as an adult, right? Salsa lessons, like I just love it. Argentine tango, that's hard. Salsa though, and maybe because I'm from the South, right? I'm from Florida, and salsa was everywhere, right? Salsa dancing. I used to love to go to salsa night at clubs. So salsa for me is easy. Probably because I was raised doing it, right? But now, Argentine tango, what? Hard. Really hard. At least for me, it was hard. But it's still fun. Even if it's hard, it's still fun. I still enjoyed it. But I'm just not that great at it. And that's okay, because I can laugh at not being good at stuff too. I'm terrible at karaoke. Terrible. I do not have a good singing voice, right? Like, I call it scarioke. Singing is something I do in the car when I'm by myself, and it's better off that way. So, yeah. My dancing is much better than my karaoke. Let's just put it that way. So, okay, let me go to the shade because I know I'm missing lots of things in the chat. So let me see here. Okay. Okay, 10 years. Yeah, right? I know marriage, right, is a lot of ups and downs. It's not easy for sure. Okay. Harry, wait a minute. You're from the Carolinas? Oh my goodness. Hi, how are you? Is what pink? Yeah. So Harry, did you hear? Actually, my brother is a trauma surgeon in the Carolinas. So this morning, I saw some statistics that popped up about the Carolinas. And I sent it to my brother, and he said, no way, really? I said, yeah. So right now, the Carolinas are ranked one of the highest for sexually transmitted diseases, or, I know there's it used to be STDs, but now it's STIs, I guess, sexually transmitted infections. So whatever you call it, yeah, that's news. The Carolinas. I told my brother, I'm like, luckily you're married. You don't have to be living single life out there. Oh my, but I told him, like, listen, let all your single friends know though, right? So I wonder what happened in the Carolinas, Harry. that, yeah. Okay, so here's another true story. Okay, so has anyone heard of the Villages in Florida? It is a senior community. The whole community, the whole city is seniors, and it's called the Villages. So now, back, 15 years ago, whatever. So it's well known that the Villages had some of the highest rates of sexually transmitted disease or infection, whatever you want to call it, of any other place in the country. A senior community. So I have friends that work in a hospital near the Villages, and they're like, oh yeah, everyone knows if someone comes in from the Villages, you put on a double glove. Like that, yeah, it's that bad. So I told my brother, I'm like, wait, are all the people leaving the Villages and going to the Carolinas? Like that's going to be the new retirement thing, right? Exactly. Yes. Yeah, coffee nailed it. Yep. Yeah. So what he said is, yeah, so, yep, struggling with, exactly. Exactly. Yes. Right. When you take an oath with a partner, right? Yeah, you're supposed to be there unconditionally, right? Like your husband, wife, whatever it is, right? They should be your ride or die. Like you should be able to know that your partner would pick you over anything, regardless. Now, granted, if you're, a serial killer and whatnot and living a double life and then they find out who you really are, that's a different story. Okay, I'm not talking about that. But I'm talking about just walking through life together with a partner, right? We find someone that we, want to live the rest of our life with, right? We should be able to trust them, to know that they're going to put us before everyone else in their life. That's including their family. You know what I mean? It should be us, right? And we should feel the same way about them. We should feel like, you know what? Regardless, I mean, as long as they're not a psychopath, murder, whatever, right? But, say someone's going, your husband or wife or partner, whatever, is going through a tough time and they're maybe experiencing, I don't know, so a little depression, maybe a parent died, right? And they're going through a lot right now. Maybe they lost a job, right? And so mentally, physically, they're going through a lot. They need to know that you are going to be their biggest cheerleader ever, right? Like we need to do that for our partners. Yes, 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 I know. Yes, coffee. Yeah, I know. I've already started looking that up. That's so funny you should mention that. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm gonna make trucker hats, and then I'm gonna probably put them on Etsy. I don't really know of any other place that would be easy for, fans to buy them, and just ease of purchasing power. Um, Etsy seems to be well known. Everyone's heard of Etsy, right? It has a reputable reputation. So I think I'm going to make those, and then I'm going to put them on Etsy. As soon as I do, I will let you guys know. Hopefully it'll be within the next couple weeks. So, because I have to order them and all that good stuff. So thank you. Thank you. Right? Yes, yes. Oh, no, but that's real talk. Seriously. Yeah. All right, Harry. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, but that's, your partner should be your ride or die. It should be at least for me, this is my idea of a partner, right? This is the perfect partner. I should be able to tell you, talk to you about anything, things that bother me, right? I should be able to talk to you about just anything, and just to know that you're going to always be there for me, right? I should be able to tell you that, things that either you did or your family did or whatever that hurt my feelings, right? And you should respect that and be like, okay, well, you're my ride or die. Let's fix it, right? People need to put their partner first. At least that's my idea of a partner, right? Like, maybe other people have different ideas of a partner. But we all go through ups and downs in life, and that's just life, right? I mean, between hormones fluctuating, family, right? Kids, especially when you have two people who get together, either get married or just have a long-term partnership, you have two totally different families, right? I have never met a couple that their families were similar. Never. They're always different, right? And that's the hard part. I know how, my family is, and that's like my standard, right? Like, well, everyone's family should be like this, but they're not, right? But I think it's just having good boundaries and just being there for each other and no judgment, right? Be like, if your partner's going through a tough time in life right now, just be like, hey, how can I support you, right? Let's make this easier for you. Let's make it, so you can heal through whatever you're going through right now, right? Yeah, and that's why we have a partner, so let's see. Yes, okay. So anyways, right, does anyone else feel the same way about a partner? Go ahead and add it to the chat. Throw me a heart or something. Let me know if this is your same idea of a partner, right? So, again, thank you so much, everyone, for spending your Sunday with me, walking with me, getting healthy, right? Just getting active. Yeah. Way to go, coffee. Yes. That should be what a partner is. Thick and thin, right? You might not understand what I'm going through. I might not understand what you're going through, but let's meet each other there. And let's be like, okay, you know what? I've never felt this way, but I believe that you feel this way, and I want to support you and just to, make it so you can move beyond this point in time, so you can heal, right? I don't have to firsthand experience what you're going through to be sympathetic, right? It doesn't have to be like that. I can just listen, right? And try to understand and be your support system and meet you where you're at. That's the big thing in life. Yeah. So you have to keep us posted, Coffee, if that, I take it you guys are still married, right? It's just this is the challenging thing you're going through right now. So, but yeah, if anyone tells you that their relationship is perfect, they never fight, holy cow. They probably have the worst off relationship than anyone. Because, and I'm not saying abuse, but, little arguments are actually healthy for a relationship because it means that you care. If you don't care, you're not going to try to prove your point. You know what I mean? Because you're like, oh, this doesn't matter anyways, right? So, yeah, so it's Harry. Okay, I'm sorry, Coffee. You didn't have any wild nights in Vegas, did you, Coffee? The Hangover? Oh my God, best movie ever. Okay, so my two favorite movies are 1, Hangover, and 2, Bridesmaids. Hands down, the 2 best movies ever. I love them both. Anyone else? Do we have any other fans? But that's definitely something that would happen on The Hangover. Actually, he did get married, right? And then someone ended up with a baby. When in Vegas. Oh. Oh my goodness. Wow. I'm sorry about that, Coffee. Aw. So yeah, that just sounded like a wild night in Vegas, not knowing if you got married or had kids. So, I don't know. Vegas is such a fun city, right? Uh, and I don't drink and I don't gamble, but it's still a fun city. The shows are amazing. This time of year, I love the pool parties. So much fun, right? Just such a good vibe in Vegas. Everyone's there having a good time. Yeah. So, and as most of you know, I actually lived in Vegas. So, living there is fun too. But, someone told me this when I first moved to Vegas. I was there doing my residency at the Las Vegas VA, which was awesome. I loved it. I loved working with the veterans and hearing their stories. And I don't know if you've seen it, but the Las Vegas VA is this massive hospital. It's beautiful. It actually looks like a resort. And so anyways, when I first moved to Las Vegas to do my residency, someone told me to be successful, and this is someone that I worked with at the VA. They're like, to be successful living in Las Vegas, two things. You can't be a drinker and you can't be a gambler. Those are the only two people who cannot live successfully in Las Vegas. But as long as you're not a drinker or a gambler, and I mean like at the addicted type level. For the people who kind of go out here and there and gamble, we're not talking about you. We're talking about the people that literally can't stop, right? They got a problem. Yeah, but if you're not one of those, Vegas is a great city to live. It's so much fun. And there's so much to do off the strip. Wow. I mean, Coffee, do you think she was like trying to do some like mental type stuff to you? Because this is your ex that you're talking about, right? Oh, wow. You never know the intent of some people, right? Like you can meet someone and they can put on this facade, right, of who they are, but then eventually the real person comes out. And that's the sad part, right? Because you can meet someone and fall in love, right, and say, wow, this is the one. And trust me, that happened to me a lot. I met my husband late in life. We were in our late 30s, which some people might say that's still young, but on average, we were kind of late in life to meet each other. But, because that would happen to me. You would meet someone, they put on the facade of being whoever they wanted you to think that they were, and then eventually the real them comes out, right? And you're like, wow, like this is the real you? I do not want any part of this. So, oh, your mom saw that. Wait, so let's see, it's so bright. Let me go back to the chat. So, oh my gosh. So that's a true story. And so this was after your girlfriend had the abortion. And it would have been the same age, like if she wouldn't have had it of your child. Wow. Isn't that something? That's crazy. I'm so sorry you had to experience that, Coffee. Not everyone in this world is nice, and it's really a shame. We do have good people in the world. We do, honestly. We have a lot of good people doing good things in this world. But then we have people who aren't nice and who aren't doing good. And they're not looking out for your best interests. And that's really sad. And sometimes it's hard to decipher who is trying to do good for you and who isn't, right? Because usually the people who aren't, they're really good at hiding it. Oh, wow. Wow. So would you see her in your dreams then? You know what, Coffee, have you been to Ava's channel? It's the Mystic Medium. Her link is in the description. Because she's been a natural medium since like the age of 3. And yeah, I like her channel because she talks about stuff like this. And I believe that our loved ones, they do reach out to us, right? I know, people believe what they, some people believe in it, some don't, and that's fine, right? I'm not telling people what they should believe about the afterlife, but I know for like my own personal experience, I do. My dad comes to me in like memories, and I've talked to Ava about this. So yeah, so check out Ava's channel, and she's doing live streaming too. So if you join one of her live streamings, you can tell her about this too, because she's always talking about this type of stuff. Yeah, I get it. I totally believe you, Coffee. Yes, yep, yeah. So isn't that interesting? But it's science, right? Energy cannot be created nor destroyed, right? So what does that tell us? We know that our body, like our souls are energy, right? And if it can't be created or destroyed, that means it's always kind of here, right? Thank you. Okay, Coffee, we'll see you tomorrow, okay? Have a great rest of your Sunday. Thank you for joining. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry you had that experience, Oh. Well, have a good weekend and check out Ava. I'm telling you, check out Ava's channel. You'll really resonate with the stuff that she says, being a medium. Yeah. Okay, have a good weekend, Coffee. So how is everyone doing? Welcome to the channel. My name is Andrea, and this is day 13 of a 30-day challenge of me walking with you, streaming live, getting active, right? Getting a little mental health clarity, right? Kind of, this is good for the soul. Movement is good for the body, it's good for the soul, everything. So thank you for joining me. Hello, is it Zuzu? Right now, it is 11:41 Mountain Time. Yep, and the sun is hot. It's probably about 90 degrees. I've got my sunblock on, I've got my hat on, and I am walking, enjoying my time with you guys. So if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe, and then whenever I go live, you'll be notified. And again, this is day 14 of a 30-day challenge. And I've really enjoyed this connecting with my community. So I've already am planning my next challenge, which won't be walking, it's going to be something else. So definitely subscribe, and you can stay up to date whenever I go live. And if you're available, you can pop on with me. But thank you for being here with me. I really appreciate it. I love being able to connect with you guys. It's better than just, I'm still going to, submit videos, content. But when I do that, I really don't feel like I get to know you. Versus these live streams, I feel like I get to know everybody. I get familiar with the screen names and where everyone's from and their hobbies. And gosh, we talk about everything on these live streams, and I love it. So yeah, I'm going to continue them. And yeah, so Does anyone have any ideas for the next live stream? I know I've had some recommendations of either doing some HIIT type stuff or core workouts and squats. So yeah, I don't know, it's still in the works. I still have 16 more days of this challenge, and then I'll move to the next challenge. And these are all streamed live, but if you miss the live stream, don't fret. All of these live streams are saved to a playlist, and the playlist is down in the description. So you can pop on and walk with me whenever it best fits your schedule, right? We all live in different time zones. Earlier today, I had someone on from Dublin, Ireland, right? So, yeah, we're all in different time zones. So whenever best suits you to join me, you can just go to the playlist, and the playlist is named 30-Day Challenge, and you can join me whenever. But I would love for you to join when I'm live streaming so I can communicate with you firsthand. Yeah, exactly. It's already starting to get hot here. Yeah. So I've been on now for 96 minutes. So I'll be wrapping up here shortly. We have walked almost 3.6 miles. All right. Good job, team. All right. And I'm wearing a 20-pound weighted vest. If you're interested in getting a vest, I put a link in the description for those Amazon Prime members. And I also tagged a weighted vest. You'll see the little shopping bag right on YouTube. So if you're just interested in finding out a little more about the weighted vest, go ahead and click one of those links. I enjoy it. I feel like it's really making me stronger, and it's making me run faster. So I've been walking with this for 14 days, only 14 days, and I've already shaved off 2 minutes off my run pace. So, and this is like for, like say on my 5-mile run, I've already shaved off 2 minutes. So that's huge. At least to me it is. So that tells me that I'm getting more functional endurance, and like I'm just getting stronger, right? So I know we all have different goals, but these weighted vests are really helpful. Even though it's a weighted vest, it's still considered a low impact, activity if you're walking. Now, if you start running, that's a whole different story. But if you're walking with a weighted vest, it's still considered a low impact activity. But now don't go from couch to a 20-pound weighted vest, okay? If you are just now starting your exercise journey, or, just getting, couch to 5K sort of thing, don't start out with a weighted vest. Let's get your joints and your body used to walking, right? And then once you're walking and you're like, oh, okay, this is getting easy, then you should invest in a weighted vest. Wait a minute. You should invest in a weighted vest. That's a little bit of a tongue twister. I'm like, wait, did I say that right? No, I did. It just sounded really weird. You should buy a weighted vest. There you go. There you go. So, yeah. But if you are already active, and you're already used to walking, definitely get a weighted vest. You'll see what I mean. You can get any weight. When I was shopping for this, I even saw a 50-pound weighted vest. That ain't me. Like, okay, so I'm not there yet, right? I don't know if I'll ever be there. Maybe, probably not, but I'm going to go ahead and stay positive and just say I'm not at the place in my fitness where I would wear a 50-pound weighted vest. But maybe one day, right? Who knows? I'm not going to sell myself short. But as of right now, I'm happy with a 20-pound weighted vest. So, again, thank you everyone who has joined. I really love these walks with you guys. So thank you so much. I love connecting with my YouTube community. You guys are like my family, right? So I hope everyone has a wonderful Sunday. Get out, get some fresh air, get some sunshine, meet some new people, right? Say hi to someone new. Maybe passing by, you're walking on the sidewalk together. Say hi, how are you, right? We don't know what everyone's going through. So just a little bit of kindness goes a long way, right? Just kind of seeing someone and saying hi. You never know, that might change their day. Just if you can choose to be anything in this world, choose to be kind, right? There's enough ugly people in this world who just treat people bad. So if you can choose to be anything, be kind, right? I love that because we don't know what people are going through in their life. So, they may have just lost a loved one, right? They may be going through a divorce. You just never know. May have just lost a job, right? May have just lost a child. So you just never know because people are really good at putting on a fake face and acting like everything is okay, right? Like look at a lot of the comedians who have taken their own life, right? And everyone's like, oh my gosh. And, well, they seem so happy, right? They're laughing all the time, right? And, people are really good at faking that everything is okay. So the takeaway from today, if you could be anything in this world, choose to be kind, right? So, and that's what I teach my son. He's 4.5, but I tell him he shows love and kindness to everyone. Nothing else is acceptable. We love and we are going to be kind to everyone. Now that doesn't mean, letting weirdos or whatever, you know what I mean. But to kids at school, right, we show everyone love and compassion and kindness because there's enough of the ugly in the world. We're not going to contribute to that. So I hope you guys all have that same takeaway. All right, fam, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful Sunday. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until then, remember, choose kindness, okay? All right, have a good one.